in the case of Douglas versus Kelting, as the plaintiff explains the attack that happened in the defendant's home.
So you're claiming you never actually even entered the house?
Not till after the dog jumped up and got me.
Okay. Is that a new version, or is that the same thing you told us in your statement? Because you sent us a statement first.
Right, in the doorway.
Who's this gentleman here?
That's my boyfriend. He saw
Come on
my
up,
hand.
sir. Did you have something to say about this particular dog? Do you know anything about this dog?
I was recently told a couple weeks before that she got bit, that the dog jumped the fence and attacked the neighbor's dogs.
Did you know that?
Yeah.
You did? You knew that the dog had attacked someone else before?
I found out that day.
What day?
The day that the dog bit me.
After he bit you?
Yeah, no, I heard it. Yeah, after he bit me, I heard it
Yeah,
from the guy.
no, I mean, I don't know. You're changing gears on me so fast, I can't keep track. Did you know? Your boyfriend says he knew a couple weeks earlier the dog had jumped the fence and bit someone. Did you know that?
Victor told me that the dog jumped the fence next door and that his neighbor's got 2 pit bulls and he was fighting.
You have some pictures.
Yeah.
Okay, Victor, would you bring me those pictures, please?
Yeah, that's the front door with the sign. As clear as day, beware of dogs.
The sign was not there.
So he added the sign afterwards.
He added the sign after it happened. No, it has not.
Okay. No, I don't expect you guys to agree on anything.
Right.
What is this a picture of?
That's the door she walked into. Or
That's the
followed
side
him
door?
in.
Or back door?
Back door.
Back door. Is that the door?
Yes.
Did you walk into that door?
I stood in the doorway.
And the dog.
See, this is the part I don't get. Okay, you're telling me now you stood in the doorway, but I'm reading here your statement where you say the defendant's friend opened the door to the house. Apparently it wasn't locked. He let himself in. I asked him to put the dogs away as I entered because I was afraid of them. You said you entered the house.
Entered as in the doorway, not actually completely into the house.
So
1
you're
foot
like,
in.
what, 1 foot in,
1
foot
foot
out?
in, standing in the doorway, waiting for him to put the dogs out.
I got news for you. You entered. What's that?
That's
Who's
the
this
dog.
Lovable pup.
The dog that's after the pound. After the pound because he got quarantined, all this stupid
The
stuff.
dog was pregnant.
And
the dog
I know.
has never had any shots. I even asked him.
What does a dog being pregnant have to
What
do
does
with anything with
Well,
this?
she's pregnant.
It seems-
I mean, if
She
it,
had
It seems to me
puppies
like
in
you.
the pound.
Wait. Quiet. Wait. What gave you the impression that this neighbor had the legal authority to let you into their house? Have a seat. So what left you with the impression that he had the authority to do that?
nothing. I shouldn't have went in.
Oh, well, okay. One thing we do agree on.
So
You should
that's
not
why
have gone
I
in.
don't go back.
That's another good thing, okay? Were you under the influence of drugs on that day?
No.
Are you under the influence of drugs now?
No.
You're just not normal then. I mean, you actually think that you have the authority to walk into somebody's home, and then if you get bit by their dogs, which, by the way, people buy dogs to keep people out of their homes.
That's understandable, but I used to go to my sister's house on a regular basis. I've never had to knock or anything like that. She never even had any dogs.
There's a big difference when you go to your sister's house invited and the dogs are not riled up than when you go pounding on doors, pounding on windows, hear the dogs barking, and then sneak in through the back door. You don't need to be a pit bull to be dangerous under those circumstances. In order for him to be liable, first of all, he has to know the dog is vicious. I'm not so sure you guys have established that, although the fact he's a pit bull is a kind of a big clue. But secondly, he has to have failed to take reasonable care to protect people. Well, the dog is in his house. The doors are closed. He's not going, sure, let yourself in. It seems to me he's taking reasonable care. Third, your injury has to have occurred either on public property or on private property where you were lawfully present. You weren't lawfully present. You were a trespasser. You were walking in without permission. For whatever reason, for $14, which is what I find amazing, you were letting yourself into a house loaded with 2 or 3 pit bulls who were barking and running around. It's beyond me that you think you have a claim. So this is a verdict for the defendant. All rise.
Plaintiff Marie Douglas has lost her case. Defendant Victor Kelting owes her nothing. Next on Judge Alex, where did the green blotch come from?
What happened is she went to a party, she either rubbed up against the cake or rubbed up against the grass, and then realized she done it and wants us to buy her a new suit.
Number one, sir.
Wait, hold on, one second. She rubbed up against the green cake?
It's,